Hello, my name is Ayuliana, and today I will represent our paper with the title Design of Mobile Applications for Carbon Expenditure Recording and Carbon Tax Estimation Calculation as an effort to support carbon emission reduction in Indonesia. Introduction: Climate change, the global challenge. Climate change, driven by long-term shifts in temperatures and weather patterns, the overwhelming consensus within the scientific community is that human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels. These activities have led to a global temperature rise of approximately 1.1 degrees Celsius over the past 2 centuries, and the projections suggest that without substantial reduction in emissions, global temperatures could increase by as much as 4.4 degrees Celsius by the end of the 21st century. The major impact including rising sea levels, extreme weather events, biodiversity loss and disruption to food and water security. Jakarta at risk of sinking by 2050 due to the rising sea levels, and Indonesia become the ninth largest CO2 emitter globally. Indonesia's carbon reduction commitments in line with its commitment to the Paris Agreement. Indonesia has pledged to reduce its GHG emissions by 29% by 2030. This commitment is supported by key legislative measures including Law Number 7 and Presidential Regulation Number 98 of 2021, which enable the implementation of carbon pricing mechanisms such as carbon taxes. However, the carbon tax implementation delayed until 2024. Aligned with the EU carbon border adjustment mechanism, and we still need for domestic carbon market development. A fundamental challenge in ensuring the effective implementation of Indonesia's carbon tax policy lies in raising public awareness, fostering acceptance, and engaging the broader population in emission reduction efforts. Key barriers to successful implementation include limited public awareness about carbon emissions, inadequate tools for carbon activity monitors, absence of user-friendly carbon tax estimation tools, lack of accessibility emission testing information, need for integrated digital solutions, public education gap on environmental impact. This research aims to develop and evaluate mobile application prototypes. So the method that we use are mixed method approach, qualitative by literature review, quantitative by user survey, development using Agile Scrum SDLC and the user requirement survey by 128 participants, continuous feedback integration, and interactive development cycles. To ensure the development of a user-centered application, a survey was conducted in March 2024, gathering data from 128 participants. The survey aims to assess user needs, environmental awareness, and attitude toward carbon tax monitoring application. User requirement surveys are essential for understanding the demographic and behavior patterns of potential apps users, ensuring that the final product aligns with user expectations. The key application features that we get based on user survey results, we get educational content, carbon user tracking, tax simulation tools, emission testing locator, multi-vehicle registrations, and report generation. The result from the literature review and user survey involve the needs to develop mobile solutions for carbon footprint management. We name it carbon pool applications with several key features, which is carbon activity recording, tax estimation calculator, educational content, emission testing center locator. And we developed using Agile Scrum methodologies. So we create UML diagrams, such as activity diagrams, use case diagram, use case description, class diagrams, sequence diagrams, and perform database and user interface design. These are the UI design. Welcome page serves as an introduction, presenting an overview of the carbon pool application to the users. It provides a brief explanations of the functionalities and features available in the application. Users will see this page the first time they download and open Carbon pool, and can navigate through the sequence using the next button to fire it, or they can tap the skip buttons to go directly to the login page. Login page. User can register so they have an account to use all the features in the application. After successfully registering, user access the home page of Carbon pool, which includes several key widgets. nearest emission test location. The calculator page displays the calculations of the carbon tax that the user must pay for a year. At the education pages presenting a collection of information related to carbon emissions and carbon tax worldwide. The educational content is divided into two segments: videos, articles, and the user evaluation results from the questionnaires were structured based on 8 golden rules of interface design and 5 measurable human factors. The evaluation was based on an analysis of the average responses from 67 participants, and we get the high satisfaction rates in interface design, system navigation, features accessibility, and information clarity. Successful completion of all use cases and positive user acceptance testing results. The conclusions: Carbon2 applications provide several useful features that support user in tracking and managing the carbon emissions. The results of this research show that the carbon tracking features help users record their daily carbon-related activities. The tax calculator assists in estimating carbon tax calculations, and the educational content enhance public awareness of the environmental impact of the carbon emissions. Overall, the Carbon2 applications plays a significant role in encouraging public participations in reducing carbon emissions in Indonesia and support the implementation of carbon taxes in the transportation sectors. Thank you.